Hello, and welcome to the Mountain Valor Podcast. I'm Kat Wittenberger, and today we're going to dive into burial benefits available to veterans. I know these topics aren't necessarily the most exciting or something a lot of people want to focus on before they have to, but the more you arrange and understand before a crisis happens, the better off your family will be. As always, links will be included in the show notes for you to more easily find the most up-to-date information. Everything I say is current as of October 2024. I can't predict how these will change in the future. Like most benefits, the line between how much is given for burial expenses depends on if the death of the veteran is considered service-connected or not. This comes up for quite a few of these benefits, and you can talk to the medical examiner to add specifics if needed to the death certificate. You can also submit evidence showing that the cause of death directly ties back to an illness or issue that has already been determined to be service-connected when applying. It's not always an easy process, but it is one you can work through. The first benefit is a burial allowance. Family members have 2 years from the veteran's death to request the allowance. For service-connected deaths, the allowance is currently $2,000, and for non-service-connected, the allowance is $1,000. These payments are only made if the family paid for a burial or funeral and no other government agency reimbursed the total cost. If the veteran was dishonorably discharged, they are not eligible for this payment. Supporting documents needed to receive this payment include death certificate, DD-214, receipted bills showing you have made a partial or whole payment, or a statement of account in bill form or on a letterhead from a funeral director or cemetery owner. You can apply online or through a local benefits office. Veterans, except those dishonorably discharged or who served less than 24 months, are eligible for one of the following: headstone, grave marker, medallion, plaque, or urn, depending on where they are buried or if they are cremated. National Guard members are also eligible if they were entitled to retirement pay at the time of their death, or they served in a federal status and for the entire period they were called to serve. Reservists are also entitled to these, as long as they were eligible for retirement pay at the time of death, or the reservist had been called to active duty for a purpose other than training. If you are ordering a headstone, you don't pay for it, but you do pay the placing fee and will need to make the arrangements for the headstone to be placed. You should also receive the headstone within 60 days of requesting it. Most veterans are also eligible for a burial flag, and that can be requested via funeral director at your post office or through a VA funeral office. Here in Floyd, our funeral directors have this system streamlined, but wherever you are, making sure the funeral director knows the deceased is a vet will help them help you. A presidential memorial certificate, signed by the current president, is available for any veteran eligible for burial in a national cemetery. So who's eligible for that? Excellent question. The veteran must not have been separated with a dishonorable discharge. Reservists and National Guardsmen who were entitled to retirement pay or died from a service-connected issue are also eligible. All eligibility is canceled if a veteran has been convicted of certain serious crimes since their service. A spouse and minor child can also be buried with the veteran in a national cemetery. Common for Navy veterans, burial at sea from a Navy vessel is another option. Both cremated and intact remains can be supported. Eligible folks include veterans who were honorably discharged, civilian Marine personnel of Military Sea Lift Command, and dependent family members. I've been a part of many of these ceremonies, and they are beautiful and powerful, but remember, family members cannot attend. We here at Mountain Valor highly encourage using a veteran benefit office to help with all of these benefits, specifically a service officer with the Virginia Department of Veteran Services. They can help you with multiple benefit applications, are familiar with the forms, and have the training to help you. They also know how to connect the dots to help ensure there is a service-connected finding when it makes sense. Another tip is that if you are contemplating burial at a national veterans cemetery, you can be pre-approved and have everything squared away well in advance. Virginia veteran cemeteries can also pre-approve and hash out all of the details to make things simpler when the need arises. Remember, vets, you can help yourself and your family out right now by submitting an intent to file a disability, no matter your age or medical issues. A spouse cannot file a disability claim for a veteran, but they can be the substitute claimant if the veteran dies during the process, as long as a veteran has already initiated the intent to file for a particular disability. It is not too late to file for things that can help your family later on. Don't let the paperwork headache stop you. Taking this one step helps with these benefits, as well as so many others that can make a huge difference when you're gone. If you've got questions about this episode or brilliant ideas for another one, please let us know. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and have a website, and we'd love to hear from you. Be sure to like, follow, and share to help us empower veterans and their families. If you like what we're doing and want to support us, check out our micro donation page at Buy Me a Coffee or our website at mtnvalor.org. See you next week.